Breakfast Club. We have some special guests in the building.
Yes, this is Love Dollhouse.
Love Dollhouse.
Are y'all officially the first group off All Def Digital?
Yes, we are.
That's Steve Rifkin and Russell Simmons situation.
Yes.
Rule number 1: don't let the money stand up. You got Russell and Steve standing up. Jesus Christ.
Wait, but Charlamagne, you were the ones that said let the ladies have a seat.
Right. The money's sitting down.
Oh, the money sitting. Okay. The money's sitting down. Okay.
Oh, hey. Now you ladies are from Detroit, right?
Yes, we are.
From the D.
Yeah.
Let me ask. So how old are you? I just need to know your ages before Charlamagne goes any further.
Right.
Yeah.
We're 19.
Okay.
Yeah.
Charlamagne,
It's all legal, baby.
No.
That's legal in every state in America.
Wait, hold on. 19 is good money.
Good money, right?
You stop too. So how's it working with Russell? And I can say Russell because you've been signing to him before. So how's it working with Russell now?
Well, yeah, we were signing to Steve.
You've been signing to Steve.
What is wrong,
before.
G? You just said the same person.
No, I said they've been signing to Steve before.
No, you
That's
said
not what you
Russell.
said. You said you've been signed to Russell before. Now you signed to Russell.
That's okay. I got you.
I signed to Russell.
No, it's been amazing, and working and being with Steve for this long has like been a blessing. And then Russell came along too, so we were just like, man, this is crazy.
Does he make y'all do yoga?
Not yet.
No. So not yet.
But you can't wait.
You know what? He is a good mentor.
So we don't know if they're flexible yet, Uncle Rush?
Oh my God!
That's not something I need to find out.
But All Def Digital. So let me get this right, because from my understanding, right, there's going to be one group chosen every week for the year. Is that how it works?
Yeah.
So are you guys signed there, or are you part of the show? I'm trying to figure it out, because then I know there's like, then.
Are you the
after
hot
that-
thing for the week, or do you have a situation?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean,
we have a situation.
We're signed to All Def Music, which
They
is
got so
partnered
many
with.
hot joints, it's ridiculous. They've been recording for a while. We put a lot of money into them. This is a real series. They're shooting a commercial with Samsung this week, Friday. And they're very much a priority at Capitol Records, and their records go on the radio in 2 weeks. And we shot, the video is a real budget video. All our videos will be real budget, but because we want to give everybody a voice. But this is a priority project.
So then you're not really part of the campaign, because you guys are already signed to. I'm just trying to figure out.
Yeah.
How it works.
But they still, showed our video.
You roll them in.
Yes, we were previously signed before the campaign.
We can tell y'all priority, though, because you got Steve Rifkin and Russell Simmons up here at a radio interview
Yeah.
to support y'all.
We dragged them down. And you guys look like you have a budget.
Well, thank you.
Meaning your hair don't look ragged. That's all that means.
I went to Detroit with them the other day. I mean, these girls, the process is that the people curate, but in the beginning, still we old school, so eventually,
Talk for yourself.
Steve, some instincts kick in. I mean, the people curate, but the actual artist development and the instinct thing can't never go away. And actually touching the people. So these girls, are something that everybody's very focused on, because we know it's something much broader than being able to attract some people on the internet, which is a great step, for anybody. That's the branding exercise that everybody's going through, right? But these girls are much more than that. We see them dance, and they can all really, really sing, and they all can write, and they're all very talented. So this is like a TLC, Beyonce, and all them type.
That's too much pressure. You're putting too much pressure on them.
I'm saying, this is like a TLC type thing. That only happens every 10, 12, 15 years, right?
That's a lot of pressure.
Now let me ask you, ladies.
I'm trying to tell you.
Yes.
Being that you are a female, all-girl group. Now, recently, Rihanna and TLC got into a little bit of a tiff,
Yes.
right, online.
Yes.
And Rihanna called, I guess, T-Boz an old thot. Now,
Bunch of old
I
thoughts.
didn't know that. Now, what was your response when you heard that? Do you feel like, okay, even if these girls come from me, I still show respect, or do you feel like, okay, anybody could get it?
Media training.
no.
Save Russ. Let
them answer.
That's definitely between them, I mean,
Yeah.
But if that was you and somebody,
I just wouldn't respond.
Okay.
I just wouldn't respond. I wouldn't have an opinion.
Russ
I love
trained them
Rihanna
well.
and I love TLC.
Yeah,
we love both. We just
respect
did
them
something
both.
with T-Boz.
Look at Russ smiling. He's like, yes, my girls.
What y'all
We
do
love
with
everyone.
T-Boz?
She did
She
a
wrote a
song
song,
for us.
yeah.
And we got in the studio with her, which
So
was
it's cool.
awesome.
And
Hold
she
on,
came
they-
and danced with us.
They paid for media training for y'all and got T-Boz to write y'all a song? I didn't know the label still paid for media training.
So you ladies, did you guys grow up together? What was the situation, or was it a group that was made?
Ryan and I actually grew up together.
Which one is
well,
Ryan?
Kinda, sort of. This is
Me.
Ryan.
Okay.
Yes.
And we went to middle school together, and that's when we formed the group. About 7th grade.
Yeah, we've been together for about almost 8 years now.
Yeah.
And then we
Wow.
just met Chelsea last year.
Yes.
She auditioned, and we, added
a third.
And it feels like she's been in the group forever.
So at first there were two of you.
There were three, but we went through like different transitions.
In order for y'all to really be like TLC, y'all got to kick Chelsea out.
No, bring her back.
She got to get pregnant and y'all kick her out. And then y'all get another group.
No, we're good.
We good.
How did y'all feel about Chelsea when she came into the group? Was it instant chemistry or what?
Yes, we loved her. Like her energy is. She's such a positive person. You know, it was hard not to, love her.
What do y'all say about her behind her back?
The same thing. Okay. I literally say the same thing.
They love me. Yeah. Don't try to play.
It's okay. It's okay. We're ready. We're ready for whatever.
I love them too.
So. Now, you pick a different artist every week. Are you listening to these artists yourselves, or do you have a team doing
this? We heard this record almost a year ago. He heard it even longer. I mean, and the album just keeps getting better. It keeps evolving. I'm listening very closely to everything because this is like, for me, I don't want no break. I want to do this right. We got this platform, this opportunity. The record business needs this. People need a voice. I want to make sure that the voices that we choose are ones that we can represent, that we feel comfortable with. Like, for instance, the second kid we was in Philly with yesterday, Taib Ali, he had 1.5 million hits on the internet, so it wasn't really our ears that found him. But the records he's recording, and he's got a real situation. The third girl got 1 million Instagram followers or whatever it is, and she's #1 call out and #1 request at Whammo in Pittsburgh. So people are coming from their city. Like, these girls are hot in Detroit. And I'm listening very carefully. But, Steve running the record company. Steve is, behind it as much as anybody.
Steve, step up to the mic for a second, Steve. So what made you and Russell decide it was right for y'all two to team together? Because I don't know what your history is with each other, but how did that happen?
I mean, I go back with Russell since I was 17 years old. So we've been friends. I was at his wedding. He was at my wedding. When he started All Def Digital with Brian Robbins, I was managing Spoken Reasons. And they said, let's all come in and do this. I said, let's start this record company too. And that's what we did. I grabbed him out of retirement. He hasn't been in the record business in 10 years.
You too, though. You fell back too.
Yeah.
So I'm like, what is so amazing about them? Because I like the record. I heard it on All Def Digital.
And I watched the video.
They were the last. They were the last group that I signed at SRC.
Gotcha. Oh, okay.
So, and when I signed them, and then the whole thing went down, and then I left. And they were loyal enough. They said, we don't want to be here. They said, whenever you have your next thing, they waited, 6 months until we had our new situation. And the funny thing is, we're back at Universal.
Wow.
And then we get to pick and choose what label we want to be with.
That's a double check. You get signed, get that check, and then you get signed again.
What roles is Samsung?
What you mean is that we recoup when they get signed again.
Me and y'all ain't going to see no money till at least y'all third album.
But you guys might get some RAV4.
Y'all got to hit that road.
What role does Samsung play in all this?
Samsung is our partner on there's All Def Music, and then there's ADD 52. Samsung is our partner on ADD 52. So that's when you were saying about the music, we have a team of people. I mean, we get 3,000 submissions a week to go over. So we have a team that just goes over stuff, and then they'll send me and Russ and DJ Ski a list. Check this out. And we're on the phone 30 times a day. He'll say, did you hear this? I'm like, yeah, did you hear this? And that's how we do it. The best company is about communication, so.
Let me say, I appreciate what Steve is saying is the way that we've been doing it, and 3,000 submissions is before we even announced. I haven't started a call to action yet, but we want to have so much movement on all the ADD 52 that the curation process. I mean, there's always going to be 5 or 10 records that stand up, but it should be stand up over 30,000 records. It should be because of the dialogue amongst the people and the curation of the people that we get this. And then after that, then instincts can kick in and long-term ideas and creative process. But we really want it to be about the people, choosing the people.
Now, you help the DJs a lot. I mean, there's a guy that's downstairs every day, every morning at 4 o'clock in the morning. And Steve came up here last time. He was like, give the CD to Steve. I don't know if you listen to it, but that's the perfect thing because you guys can actually listen and hopefully find some good guys. The first two people that we heard were amazing. The guy from Philly in this group sound really good. I haven't heard since then, but you guys are picking some really good artists.
No, like with the guy, I told him to go, and he actually signed up for ADD 52. So I gave the one guy that really spearheads everything, I said, just, take a special look. So it's tough just going through.
It was a chance, right?
Yeah.
What about JoJo Simmons? If he wants to get in on this, is he going to pressure you or
JoJo Simmons?
That's what I'm saying about this process. It's not, Jenks is my son. I helped raise that boy from, all his friends is dead in jail. He's alive. I did that, and I like him, and I like his records, but I don't think that's really what it's about. I think it's about, with the exception of the groups that we had to get started, and these are groups that we have loved or have seen develop. But aside from that, it really will be mostly a people's process. With the exception, I mean, of course, there's going to be a lot of artist development, and what we offer that record companies don't know how to offer. They say 360, but they don't really understand 359 degrees. You know what I mean? They can't make shoes. They can't, you know, I have a movie for Taib. You know, we're doing a lot of television now. We are in various different industries. You know, we have an advertising agency. You know, we're shooting. So the idea of multimedia, which is what artists dream for now, is something that we don't want to own 360 yet. We just want to offer access to 360 for artists for real, and not just own it and not do it. We want to do it and not necessarily even own it.
Right. Since the people are picking, that means you have to have great presence on social media in order to even be considered?
No. I mean, it's still about the people do vote, but at the end of the day, it still has to be the record, because if you could figure out a way to manipulate the system or whatever, and it could be something that's just straight garbage, you know, and you could be we're not going for it.
Right. Now, ladies, now, of course, you got Uncle Russ behind you, Uncle Steve. Now, what's the favor that you ask? Because if I'm an artist, and these are my uncles, and I'm signed to them, I'm going to be like, I need Jay on my album. You know, I need this person on my
forget
album.
that. Think bigger. Think private jets. Forget features. Think that kind of
now,
stuff.
what have you asked for, or are you thinking about asking for?
We have, like, thought about features, and we have asked them, yes. Like Drake, he's a big one on this one record that we have. Kendrick. All these different people, but, I mean...
Just go ask right now.
Right now.
Put it out there.
Put it out there.
Put it out in the universe. No, but yeah.
I think that
That's
they
about
can stand
it.
up on their own, and they'll get the people come to them. I mean, we can go out and ask anybody to support them, but they're bigger than, you know, they have to be the big features on the record. They are the features. You
So
know,
you
I think
guys
their
still live in
record
Detroit?
stands out alone.
We
It's
do.
already on 106 in Park, and it got instant phones, so I feel like it's, you know, and in Detroit, the phones lit up real quick, so I feel like they can stand up, and then we decide if there's, you know, step outs on there.
How did y'all remain patient after? Because you said you was the last group that you signed to SRC, right, Steve? Yeah. So y'all had to be what, 17 at the time?
Yeah.
And most kids have ADD, no pun intended. So how did y'all stay focused enough not to want to go do something else and wait for Steve?
I mean, this is what we love to do. We've been doing it for so many years. Why give up? We're so young. We have so much time now.
I didn't say give up, but you could have moved on and went and, you know.
You trust Steve that much?
Yeah. We really do, because it was a passion in him. It wasn't just like he was just doing it and signed us just because, you know. Like, it was like a true, like, love for, like, us and him. Like, we both had the same feeling for, you know, and believed in us. Yeah. And we loved it, you know, so.
This industry is very shady. Has anybody approached y'all about having sex?
No.
Oh, well, you haven't been...
You got the first right now.
You haven't been alone with Charlamagne.
Right now.
I'm gonna say something.
Now,
Steve
about
got
this
a set
record
of
being
ears
played.
on him. Steve got a set of ears on him forever, from the Akon to anything. You can think about the melody he's chosen, and these girls, you know, he's really got tremendous input, you know, in terms of, because this whole creative process, making this album, is one of melody, you know, and Steve's a melody man, you know, and I think that's very important to them. You know, they got to do it right.
There's no girl groups now. Why you think that is, Steve?
Wait on us.
Sorry, Joe. I don't know. I mean, but, you know, as Russ said earlier, every 10 to 15 years, there's a superstar girls group that comes. So, you know, we're going on 15 years right now. So this is them.
All right.
Now, also, your former partner, or somebody that you worked with before, Russ, is going at a bunch of executives, Dame Dash. He went at Joey IE. He recently went at Leo Cohen, calling them culture vultures. How do you feel about that?
Damon Dash is a genius. What he did with Kanye, because I was a Def Jam. He brought Kanye to Def Poetry. He said, "This is the dude. I want to make a record with him." Nobody wanted to make a record with him. He believed in him. He used to beat us up about Jay. He used to yell a lot, right? That was Dame's thing, right? But he helped a lot with developing Jay. He's helped with so many artists. He's such a talented, creative person. You know, and as far as his statements, I didn't hear what he said about other people, but, you know, I think it comes along with genius, you know, and creativity. Sometimes people, you know, don't manage their relationships with other people, and, you know, maybe they could have. And I'm sorry he said that, whatever he said, you know. It's like him and Leo worked together, and they did a lot of good work together, you know. So I don't know why he was, you know, had that kind of problem with them, but real talk. I mean, he's very talented.
Absolutely.
You know? Now, how'd y'all get the name Love Dollhouse?
Love Dollhouse, you know, it's actually like love apostrophe Dollhouse. So it's kind of like a letter, an open letter. From
and then the Dollhouse part is just like
a comma, I think you meant.
Comma,
Like,
she meant comma, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. love.
Did I say
still don't get it,
apostrophe?
but
Yeah.
No.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I didn't
I
know.
don't get it.
Yeah, and then the dollhouse part is just like, who didn't love dolls when they were younger? Like, and then we sit there and we had like dolls that, you know, are individuals to us, and they were like powerful and strong, and that's what we feel like we emulate today still, like this creativity, this be whoever you want to be. Like, each girl in this world can have their favorite doll, whether it's Chelsea, whether it's Ryan, whether it's Jasmine, for different reasons, you know. So
Sounds great for merchandising purposes.
Oh yeah, they got the dolls
yeah,
coming.
we
Don't
got
think
it.
Steve and
Yeah,
Russ don't got the dolls coming.
Yes.
The dolls are already in manufacturing right now.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Now, can we hear you guys
Close for
sing?
Christmas.
Christmas.
Can we
Oh
hear you
yeah.
guys sing?
Yes, of course.
I like that.
Don't do it unless you feel ready.
I like that.
Always
So
ready.
yes, of
It's a
course.
lot of hype, a lot of expectation has been built up.
Let's go.
Don't Memphis Bleak yourself.
You guys want to sing a little
What
bit of
happened,
What does
Bleak?
that
do you
do with
mean?
Memphis Bleak?
Remember Jay-Z said Memphis Bleak was the new improved him. He was good, but he wasn't that.
Okay.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Here we go, guys. We're gonna sing Emotions by Destiny
Little
Child.
snippet, little part.
Yeah.
Which one's Beyonce? Just let me know now.
We don't have Beyonce.
Okay.
We're all Beyonce.
All right.
Hey.
Okay. And now, in the words of a broken heart, it's just emotions taking me over. Caught up in sorrow, lost in the song. But if you don't come back, come home to me, darling. Don't you know there's nobody left in this world to hold me tight? Don't you know there's nobody left in this world to kiss goodnight? Kiss goodnight. 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 Goodnight.
All right.
All right.
All right.
Creep life in
You
the
send me
corner.
to sleep any night.
By the way, guys, that's the Bee Gees.
Yes.
That was the BG. I thought that was Destiny's Child.
I mean, but
Well, that's
Destiny
their
Child arrangement.
rendition.
That's the
Now,
Beyonce of the
y'all
group
can
right
sing
there.
for real.
Chelsea, you the Beyonce of the group.
No, why are you instigating?
You're an instigator.
and you're picking on me too.
You are.
It's okay.
You embrace it. You run with it, okay?
Charlamagne.
Bye.
Second, third album, solo.
Are there solo plans though after
He's so
you guys
silly.
come out? Do you have it set up like, okay, so we're gonna do this and then this person's gonna go solo?
No,
We're not thinking of it.
no,
right now.
we're living in the moment. We have
Yeah.
to enjoy this and embrace each other.
We're in our group right now.
Yeah.
We
We're
have a lot
loving
of
it.
time together, so
Okay.
we're focused on that.
Well, we appreciate you guys for joining us,
Thank you.
Well, thank you for having
Thank
us.
you.
Yes.
and we look forward to hearing some more
Congratulations, very
music.
talented.
Yeah, it's going to be fun to watch y'all grow.
Thank you so much, guys.
We don't want to watch you
Sound
grow.
like a perv. When it sounds perverted coming out of you. Look forward to watching you grow. It's perverted, man.
You red shirting y'all.
Oh my goodness.
My God.
Love Dollhouse is the Breakfast Club. Good morning.